Today we're going to do a full audit of a roofing company based out of Pensacola, Florida. We're going to be looking at why is their blog currently ranking higher than their service pages in at the 11th place, which is going to be on the second page, which nobody ever goes to. Then we're also going to look at their Google Business Profile. What are some things that they can improve? And we're going to look at their internal structure on their website. Do they have any 301 errors? Do we have any 404 errors? What is the overall structure of the entire site and what they can improve? So let's go look at their Google Business Profile. So they've got the top level keyword in their Google Business Profile name, which is great. Whenever you're wanting to rank your Google Business Profile in search, right? So anytime you're wanting your roofing company to appear in search for when people are looking for roof replacements, roof repairs, you want your top level keyword roofing in the Google Business Profile name. Another thing that they're doing great is their primary category is roofing contractor. So if you want your roofing company's Google Business Profile to appear in search, what you want to do is match that primary category to the keyword people are searching. So you want that primary category to be roofing contractor for when people are searching for roof repair or roof replacement near me. They also have their accessibility, which is great. They went through all of their attributes on their Google Business Profile and they selected which applies to them. They've got 64 services, which is great. So for a roofing contractor or a roof replacement company or just roofer in general, what you want to do is each time you place a service on your Google Business Profile, you're going to want to go back behind that. So first you have to put the service on the profile, then go behind, and then you're going to want to add a 2 to 3 sentence length description on each of those services. Here, they've got complete roof. Let's see what else they've got. They've got leaking roof. Then they also got leaky roof. They've also got roof jobs, roof maintenance, roof quote, roof repairs, roof replacement estimate, roof replacement proposal. So behind each of those services, they also need to go then and add a description to each. And then they've also got a whole bunch of other services as well, which is great. They got gutter cleaning, gutter installation, gutter repairs, roof damage repair, roof installation. Okay, so then let's go. So on this roofer's Google Business Profile, they're not putting a URL in the appointment link for the Google Business Profile. So what you can do is you can place your homepage or your contact us page in that appointment setting URL on the Google Business Profile. Even if you don't have an appointment setting software, you can still place that URL in there. This will help your Google Business Profile. So let's go look at their reviews. So this is great. This roofing company had a 1-star review and they responded to it. This is always what you want to do on your Google Business Profile. Doesn't matter if it's a 5-star or a 1-star, you always want to be responding. So then let's go look at this. So they've got links to their YouTube, their Twitter, their Facebook. Let's go check the URL structure. So the URL structure on the site is non-dub-dub. Okay. Let's go look at their YouTube videos. So this roofing company is posting on YouTube, which is great. But what's happening in their description is that they are linking to the www version of their URL. So an example would be like roofing.com would be your domain name. What they're linking to is www.roofing.com. What you want to do is whenever you go to your site, what is the URL that is served? That URL is what you want to constantly be linking to on your Google Business Profile, on any of your social profiles, on any of your social media posts. As a roofing company, you want to make sure that they all are serving the exact same URL that you are serving on your site. Then also for any of your internal links, you also want to make sure those are serving the same URL structure. Yeah, that's smart. Let's see, the phone number, does the phone number match? 85-852-1068. Yep, that matches as well. That's awesome. Let's go look at some of their other. So again, they're linking to the www version URL structure. I'd go and clean that up. I like this, linking to the Google Maps CID number and then talking about yeah. So they're doing it again. And then they also have the address, which is great. But I would just go clean up that URL. Okay, let's go to their Twitter. They've got a link to their website, which is great. It looks like they're not posting. Oh, there we go. There's a post. Looks like they're posting to the correct URL structure on their Twitter account, which is good. Let's go to their Facebook. Let's see what they got going on. Facebook's linking to the correct URL structure on their Facebook account. Let's go look at their posts. So they're doing an announcement of getting reviews. They're linking to So Tell Us instead of their own domain. I would like to see them link to their actual website. Not sure why they're linking to that other website. Okay, let's see. Do they have any other social profiles? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search their domain name in quotes, and we're going to see what's going on with their external links. So they've got Bird Eye, Zoom Info. They're on Yelp. We'll go look at their Yelp. They're on Yahoo Local, which is great. There's their... Surprised they're not on Instagram. They're on Facebook. So this roofing company should also be on Instagram as well as Facebook. Because what you can do is whenever you post on Instagram, you can have your Facebook account linked so that it just automatically repurposes or cross posts. So when this roofing company goes to post on Instagram, what they can also do is include a URL linking back to their site. Let's say that they launch a new blog page, or let's say they just want to link back to their services or their money page. What they can do is they can post on Instagram. They can put that link in there. Then if they link their Facebook account, that will also repurpose or cross-post it to Facebook. And so then, boom, instantly, when Google comes and crawls Facebook and Instagram and finds those URLs or finds your page and then follows them, it will then be taken back to your website, which can help with indexing new pages or indexing old pages. And it can also help with getting those pages ranked. Not only that, your social media posts can also rank in search. So someone goes to search roof replacement Pensacola, and there's a chance that your Instagram, your YouTube, or even like your LinkedIn, your Facebook as well, and maybe your Twitter posts can rank in search, which then can get you that click. Yeah, I'm really surprised they don't have an Instagram. I would get all of the social profiles. So what you should do, this roofing company should get all of the social profiles that the Google Business Profile allows you to list. So that's Pinterest, that's YouTube, that's LinkedIn, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's also Twitter as well. And even if you don't plan on posting on those social media platforms, what you can do is you can still fill out your bio or your about for each, and then have a link going back to your roofing company's website. So they're doing posts on the Google Business Profile every time they get a review, which is good. This looks like it's automated. Actually, does this link back? Yeah, so this is super interesting. I don't know why they're doing this. They have an automation to post these on their Google Business Profile, right? These announcements. But not one of them is linking back to their actual website. It's linking back to the sotellus.com. Each time you post on your profile, you're going to want to have a link back to your website, not the automation that is doing the posting for you. They're also linking back to a call us, which then searches in Google the domain in quotes. I would have this as your phone number. I would have this linking back to your site, to your contact us page, or just a phone number. Again, they're posting on their Google Business Profile, which is great, but you want it to be linking back to your site, not to some other site. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're doing this. They've got great photos in their posts, and this roofing company has a great cadence of posting on their profile with photos and reviews, talking about their service, where they're servicing, and then having a relevant photo going along with it, but they need to be linking back to their site, or their call now needs to be their phone number. And this is something that you can do as well. They've got a full description, which is great. Let's look at the website. Website URL is good. They've got directions. So as a roofing company, you want your Google Business Profile to be a verified address location. You do not want to be a service area based profile. What happens is if someone searches for roof replacement near me, or roof repair near me, or roofer near me, that near me at the end of that keyword or that search term, when someone puts that into Google, it's going to be nearly impossible for your roofing company's Google Business Profile to rank for those search terms. You have to have a physical address verified Google Business Profile. What's going to happen is when people go to search for those terms, you're going to be below the fold, or you're going to be invisible. They're never going to see your listing, your Google Business Profile. And so you're just never going to get that call, or you're never going to get that click onto your site to then call you or fill out your form. Okay, so that's that. Let's go look at their Yelp. Their Yelp is correct. Their URL structure is correct. They got roof repair on here, which is great. The address is correct. This looks good. Let's go to Yahoo Local. So it's just pulling in the Yelp information, so that's good. Close that. So when I searched roof replacement, Pensacola, Florida, this roofing company's blog is ranking in the 11th position. So what's happening is they went and created roofing blog content, right? And what happens is that when you create this blog content and your service page aren't different enough, or Google isn't able to tell which one should rank for the keyword roof replacement, because their blog talks about roof replacement cost guide, Google thinks that both of these pages should rank for the keyword roof replacement. So your clients are searching in Google roof replacement, and you're ranking in the 11th position. Not only that, your blog instead of your service page is ranking. Why this happens is that there's not enough distinction between these two pages for Google. Your SEO on-page optimization isn't good enough so that your service page is the one that's ranking. And because we can see that your blog is ranking in the 11th position, which is on the second page, these are fighting each other for who should rank, right? So if you have two pages fighting to rank for the same keywords, this penalizes or causes both of these pages to rank lower. When you go to Google and you go down, you start counting, you're going to see 9 blue links. Then on the second page, you're going to see another 9. So if they're in the 11th position, they're on the second page. Nobody goes on the second page. You want to be on the first page, and you want to be in the top 3 to get that click, to get them to call you so that you can go and replace their roof. But because your service page and your blog page aren't distinct enough from each other, you're fighting each other, and it's causing your pages to rank lower for when people are searching those keywords you're wanting to rank for, you're wanting to get that click for. So now we're going to look at the blog, and we're going to see what's going on. So they've got a listicle, they're bolding terms, they've got a table here with information. So they're talking about roof replacement, but because they're talking so much about roof replacement, Google thinks that this page should be ranking for the keyword roof replacement. So there's a whole bunch of things that they can do. One of the things that they need to do is they need to have better internal linking. So with a better internal linking structure, what you can do is you can show Google that this is the page I want to be ranking. So what I mean by that is you have your roof replacement page. All of your blog content should be linking to that page, so we can tell Google, hey, here's all this relevant content about roofing. Here's this anchor text that is targeting the keyword I want that page to rank for, roof replacement, right? So then we'll take all that blog content with relevant anchor text and we'll point it at that money page. That money page is the page we want in the first position of search. So whenever someone is searching for roof replacement, our website, our URL, is the first position. That is going to give us a click. Then when they click, that's when we want to start our conversion of rather getting them to call us or getting them to fill out our form on our site, right? And then you can start your sales process. But if you have your blog and your service page fighting for each other in search in Google, you're way less likely to get that click. You're going to be practically invisible in search when people are searching for roof replacement. And they could be your neighbor right down the street, but that doesn't matter because what is happening on your site is you have this blog and you have your service page fighting for each other and neither of them are ranking. So let's actually go look at their roof replacement. Actually, what I want to do is go back here. Let's see. View page source for, no, not this one. I want to go to the roof replacements. So we're going to do view page source, roof. So this roofing company has a blog and it has a service page for roof replacement, right? And what's currently happening is that the blog is ranking higher than their service page because the pages are too similar. I just did a count of the amount of times roof replacement is on the service page and the count of how many times roof replacement is on the blog page, and they're almost identical. The service page has 34 and the blog page has 30. So this is one of the signals that is causing Google to put the blog higher than the service page. This is like one of 100 reasons, but it's something to be aware of that you want to make sure when you're creating your blog content, it's not fighting your service page or your money pages in search. You want your money pages, the pages that are going to convert those clicks whenever someone is searching for a roof replacement, to your sales motion, rather calling you or filling out a form. Another thing to consider is fixing that internal linking structure that you have on your site. Let's look at their roof replacement page. So they got the form, they've got this, start the process, which is great. Are they putting alt text behind those images? Yes, they are putting alt text behind those images. This is great. Is there any JavaScript on them? Nope, not too much JavaScript, which is great. Front and center, before and after of a roof replacement. They've also got alt text behind it, which is great. They're doing a before and after as well, which is great. They're talking about the location, which is Pace, Florida. Then they've got their location pages for the specific services, which is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they've got 12 location pages for Pensacola. This is quite a bit of pages. No, so it's just roof replacement. Then it's the individual area, which is great. That's weird. So this roofing company has a See Projects Detail button, but then when you click it, you're taken to the same page, but there's a pound reviews modal URL created, which is, oh, it's supposed to pop out. Now it pops out. Hold on. So the first time I clicked it, this didn't pop out, but the second time it did. This is great. Shingle roof replacement. Then they're talking about the person, the cost of it, which is awesome. The location. And they've got a little quote here. This is great. You're getting more content on page. So what they have is a little bit of a testimonial section. And because it's roofing, it's a pretty visual service. What they're doing is that you can click See Project Details. And what this does is it opens up a little card which shows shingle roof replacement. And then it does where it was located. It has a little quote here, the price range. This is really smart because what they can do is they're essentially placing the SEO in a way that doesn't remove the customer's experience or the customer journey, right? What this allows them to do is get the SEO on page without. That's really good. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this. This is a really good idea. I might steal that. Then they've got this testimonial section down here at the bottom. All of these are Facebook reviews. What I would do is that if they have more Facebook reviews, is I would get this into a carousel, because then what we can do with a carousel from the roofer reviews is we can have it so only 3 are displayed at a time, but there's really 50 reviews total. And then behind that carousel, we can get more of the SEO, because when people talk about the service, when they go to write a review, they're naturally going to write entities. They're naturally going to write LSI words, keywords that we're trying to target, and keyword variations that we can get on page without having to write a whole bunch of SEO skyscraper. But now we have all of the SEO in this carousel. So when someone comes to view our service page, our roof replacement service page, everything will be condensed, right? All the text will be hidden, all of the SEO will be hidden. So it'll only be like a 2 to 3, maybe even a 4-page scroll. What you don't want to do, and what I often see for these roof replacement pages, is they'll do a ginormous skyscraper article where they'll try to get 3,000 to 350 words on page, and they don't place it in accordions, they don't place it in carousels, they don't place it in see project details, and then a card will come out and talk more about the service that they're showing in the image. And so what you end up doing is you make a page that takes 10 scrolls to get all the way down at the bottom, which hinders the customer experience in the customer journey. You don't want to do that. They don't want to read these blobs of paragraphs of text, right? They want something that's skimmable and easy to read and actually understand what's going on. What is your service? What are you offering? And we want that experience for them as well when they want to get their roof replaced. So we create the FAQ accordions. We place all the SEO hidden behind the page. They've got some good internal linking down here, linking to their other blogs that are relevant. They've got a blog hub. Let's go look at their blog hub. So this is good. They only have 6 blogs. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's good. I don't understand this leave a review. It takes them to another site. I wouldn't do that. They got a privacy policy. I'd get a terms of service as well. Okay. Let's look at their blogs. Are they linking back to their... So they're linking back, but it's a UTM parameter for source equals chatgpt.com. I don't know why we're doing this. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather be linking back to service pages that I want ranking, because right now you have a blog that's ranking higher than your service pages. So I would definitely get rid of these UTM parameters linking back to ChatGPT. And I would rather start getting roof replacement on this blog content a few times throughout this in the body of the content. And then that's my exact match anchor text that I'm linking back to my roof replacement page. You got the related article, which is really good internal linking. And again, we have a UTM parameter to ChatGPT. I don't understand why we're doing this. No author card. You also want to get an author card on your blog content, linking all of that authoritative content, all of that relevant content back to the owner. Let's look at their About Us page. So they don't, I would want a big clear photo of the owner, right? People want to see who is servicing them, who owns this company. So you have this on your home page, which is great. I would get Dylan on the About page as well, his own little card right here, right? And then you also are going to want to build up his schema. In his schema, you're going to want to go and list all of his knows abouts, and you're going to want to make sure that you're linking back to Wikipedia and Google Knowledge Graph IDs. Why we want to do this is because whenever someone goes and searches about Dylan, right? Dylan Smith Roofer or Dylan Smith Roofing Company, what we can do is we can build his entity graph, a knowledge graph about Dylan with our schema, so that whenever someone goes and searches for Dylan Smith and they include roofing, right? What this will do is we can create an entity and show authoritative content that's relevant by linking back to those Wikipedia and linking back to the Google Knowledge Graph IDs, so that we can build Dylan up for whenever someone goes and search, it's going to tell that person searching all of this relevant information about Dylan. Okay, let's now move into the automated. Okay, so let's go here. Let's clean this up, close some of this. Yeah, so this is a common thing that people are doing right now. So this roofing company has 2 location pages, and all they've done is whenever they say the city, they've just changed it out for a different location page. You do not want to do this. What's going to happen is that if you have 12 location pages and they're all the same, and all you've done is change the city, it's just going to appear to Google that this is all duplicate content. And anytime someone goes and searches, as an example, roof replacement, Pace, Florida, all Google has of you is that you have all 12 of these pages that are identical. And yes, one of them is Pace, Florida, but you didn't put any additional information or any other geographic relevant content on your site, so that when someone goes and searches for roof replacement Pace, Florida, Google knows that you serve that area, right? You need to go and create geographic relevant content like things to do in Pace, Florida. Then on that, you can talk about tourist attraction, or you can talk about Google entities or things that Google knows about. You can go and link to a museum or a popular tourist place on that things to do page, that blog that you're creating to add geographic relevance. We can go and link to that museum's Google business profile. We can then in the schema link to their Wikipedia page. We can also include zip codes. We can include all of the neighborhoods in that city and continue to build up all of this geographic relevance, so that when someone searches for roof replacement in X city, our location page has all of that geographic relevance for that city, and we created all that blog content that to then link back to that roof replacement in X city page. So when someone searches, hey, I want to get my roof replaced, we have our location page ranking in that first position. So then we get that click, then they come to our page, they convert, right? They fill out the form, they call your number, then you go and you get them a quote, and then you give them the service. We don't want to just have all of our location pages being exactly the same. There's no way for Google to distinct them. And then not only that, when your competitors are also targeting those locations, like roof replacement in Pace, Florida, by us having all of that blog content to add that geo relevance, and then using exact match anchor text, right? Roof replacement in Pace, Florida, we're going to outrank them. We want to outrank them because right now what's happening is that their pages are appearing first, then our pages are appearing on the second page. Nobody ever goes to the second page. They're more than likely going to click the first 3 links in search, and that's where we want your roof replacement page, your roof replacement location page, or your service page ranking, so that you get those clicks, you get those calls, you get those form fill outs. Yeah, you've got 12 identical ones. Then only 300 words are like true local specific beats. You've got so you have location pages. So hold on. So this roofing company created 12 location pages. Now, these are the actual locations that they serve, but what they did is they used the template and nothing actually distincts from each location page. All they did was replace the city on each page. So what you're going to have happen is that you have no geographic relevant content on there besides the city, and you don't have any internal linking or any blog content all linking back to that location page. So for Google, yes, you have a 1,300 word page, but 1,000 of it is a template, and 300 words are actually relevant to that area or that location, right? You're not talking about the neighborhoods. You don't have the zip code on page. You're not linking to the Wikipedia for that city page. You're not linking to it in the schema either. There's nothing really tying that location page that you have that you want ranking for when someone searches roof replacement in Destin, Florida. You don't have anything really distincting from each other that you actually want that page ranking. So Google comes by, sees that you have 12 pages that are all 1,400 words and barely different, and it goes, okay, these are crap. These are not going to rank in search. So they have pages, they have a sitemap that's broken as well. Let's look at this. So this roofing company has a whole bunch of links in their sitemap, which are linking to pages that don't actually have any content on them. All it says is the city. It says estimated read time 0 minutes. It says the name of who wrote it, a date. It has a shared list, and then there's really nothing going on this page. So this I see a lot. What it is it's a WordPress artifact or a bug. So in your sitemap right now, what you need to do is go and look, especially if you're a roofing company. This is happening to a roofing company. They have 12 pages that aren't actually doing anything. And this is probably why their blog is ranking on the 11th position in Google, and their blog's ranking above their service page. So they're probably not getting any roof replacement traffic because they have a whole bunch of location pages that aren't actually different from each other. They're just a 1,400 word page template. Then also on their sitemap, they have a whole bunch of pages that don't actually serve a purpose. It's some WordPress artifact or bug that's creating this URL bloat. So then all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of location pages that are thin duplicate content. Then you have a whole bunch of URL bloat in your sitemap from pages that shouldn't exist because of some weird WordPress artifact or bug going on. So then now when someone searches for roof replacement in X city, your roof replacement blog is ranking higher than your service page, and it's ranking in the 11th position in search. I'm going to tell you right now, hardly anybody ever goes to the second page of Google. Ask yourself, when's the last time you clicked second page in Google search? It's probably never. So they're not getting clicks for the keyword they're wanting to target, which is roof replacement. They've just got a whole bunch of thin duplicate pages. They've got pages that shouldn't exist. So take it from this example of this roofing company and go check your sitemap right now and see what is currently going on. Do I just have random pages that shouldn't exist? Are my location pages distinctly different from each other? Or are they all just giant templated so that they're all 1,400 words and all I've done is change the city out for each? Do I have any geographic relevant content linking back to my location pages? Do I have any internal links in the body of the blog content linking back to my pages? What's my anchor text? Is my anchor text relevant to what I want my page ranking for? So I have a roof replacement page. I want my anchor text internally and externally to all be relevant to roof replacement. So in this roofing company's sitemap right now, and if you want to know how to visit your sitemap, go to your domain.com, and you're going to go for sitemap.xml. And what this should be is a list of all the URLs that your website has. Every quarter, what you want to do is you want to go through your sitemap. Am I linking to anything that doesn't exist anymore? Am I linking to a 301 redirect? So let's say I took a page down and another page replaced it. Then I went into my server or I went into my HT access and I have it now redirecting to that page. Stop linking to that URL that doesn't exist, right? You're just 301 redirecting to another page. There's no point. You're force feeding Google a 301 redirect. Just link to that new page. So if you made a roof replacement blog for 2020, right? Now it's 2027 and you're like, I don't want that page anymore. Then what you can do is just stop linking to it and then only link to the 2027 version in your sitemap. What you also need to do is check, am I linking to anything that 404 errors? Just remove the link. If you got rid of the page, or if the page just doesn't simply exist, some reason there was a sitemap URL created, right? And it just links to a 4, just remove it. Stop linking to it. You're just force feeding Google to stop trusting you, to stop ranking you for roofing keywords when someone goes and searches. Someone goes and searches for roofer near me or roof replacement near me. They're not going to see your URLs because in your sitemap, you have a whole bunch of 301 redirects happening. You're linking to a whole bunch of pages that don't exist anymore. Or for this roofing company, what they've got going on is they have 24 links to pages that are WordPress artifacts or bugs. And so what's happening is that there's no content on this page. Literally, I'm looking at this page right now, and there's 121 words on this page. So 24 links, just randomly in their sitemap. Google comes by and crawls your sitemap pretty regularly and is seeing, okay, you've got 24 pages that aren't doing anything. They serve no purpose. There's no relevant content here for me to understand. There's literally, it's just penalizing you. And this is probably why their roof replacement service page is ranking below their blog content, and their blog content is ranking in the current 11th position. So once a quarter, go through your sitemap, look through what is currently going on in here. Do I have pages that I deleted that I don't want to link to anymore? Am I linking to pages that shouldn't be linked to? So also on this roofing company site, they're linking to roof replacement, but they have a previous folder or a previous directory set up, services/roof replacements. When I click this, I'm force fed a 301 redirect. What instead you want to do is just link to the URL you actually want them to go to. Google will come by and crawl your roofing company's page, right? And it will see that it's getting force fed a 301 redirect. If you build enough of these up and other technical issues, it's going to cause your website, whenever someone searches in Google for roof replacement near me, it's going to cause your website to not rank as well. And what I mean by that is you're going to be on the second page. You're going to be on the third page. You're going to be on the fourth page. You're going to be the 9th position on the page. So you're hardly ever going to get the click for when someone is searching for roof replacement. That's the whole point of SEO, is to rank your site so that when someone searches for roof replacement, you're in that top 3 position. That's when you get the click. That's when you get someone to fill out the form. That's when you get someone to call you after seeing your phone number on the site and getting more information about you and your company. When you have all of these dead links or 301 redirects or 4 errors occurring on your site, that's going to slowly add up over time to make you rank less and less. So like you'll be on the 2nd, you'll be on the 5th page, you'll be on the 9th page. Nobody goes to even the 2nd page. So you being on the 4th, 5th, or 6th, you're never going to get a click. So this roofing company has 52 pages that can only be found through their sitemap. So what this essentially is doing is that you're orphaning these pages. Orphaning means that you don't have proper internal linking of your site to all of your pages. What you want to do is you want to make sure you have multiple links to each page. When Google comes by and crawls, it goes down your home page, it goes down your service page, it goes down your locations page. It sees, okay, roof replacement in Pace, Florida. On that, you have links to other pages. So then what happens is that anytime Google comes by to crawl your roofing website, it will see all of your roofing pages. Whenever we go to update a page, Google, because we have proper internal linking, will see that way sooner than if we don't have proper internal linking. It could cause days or weeks or even a month for Google to ever see that change to your page because you don't have proper internal linking. It's also going to cause massive indexing issues. Having a massive index issue is going to cause it so that roof replacement page that you made but you don't link to is never going to appear in Google search. When someone goes and searches for roof replacement near me and you have that roof replacement page, no one's ever going to see it. You don't properly enter a link to that page, so no one knows about it. Google doesn't know about it. Also, if you don't link your pages together, you're showing Google that you don't care about that page. What you want to do is you want to create a silo, or you want to funnel links to your money pages. You want to rank for roof repair near me? Well, then you need to properly interlink all of your blog content, all of your services pages, all of your locations pages, so that it all goes and silos and funnels to that money page, so that roof repair page you want in that first position. So when someone searches for roof repair near me and you're in the first position, so you get all of those clicks, they fill out your form, they call you to get their roof repaired. You need to be properly internal linking all of your pages. If you're not linking to them, Google doesn't know that they exist. Google doesn't think that you care about them. So why should Google rank it in that first position so that you get those clicks so that you can sell roof repair if you're not even linking to your low? Oh, so much wrong with this. So you don't have a locations page. You've got, again, these random artifact pages that shouldn't exist. This is crazy. Let's see. So they have, this roofing company has a artifact or a bug where they're labeling certain blog content with a certain topic. And so what this is doing is that each one that they create, so they've created roof damage, insurance, storm damage, gutters, they've got roof replacement as a topic, right? So each time that they're doing this in the backend on WordPress, their CMS, it's creating a new URL. What this is doing is that you have all of these URLs. And so what's happening is that you have all of these brand new URLs that are pages. Google doesn't know why they exist. It just knows, oh, new URL, new page. And so then what happens is you have this URL bloat. All of a sudden, you go from a 5 to 13 page website to 100. So you've got categories, you've got on your blog page, you have it paginate, so then it goes page 2. It creates a new URL for each page, which is just displaying your blog content. All of this compounds to creating hundreds of URLs. For your roofing company, you don't need to have 50 pages. You can easily have 8 or maybe 13 or maybe 15 pages. So you got your trust signals, you got your terms of service, you got your privacy policy, you got like robots.txt, you got your sitemap, you have your individual services, you've got maybe a couple location pages, you've got an about page, and then you got a contact us page, and then maybe a few blogs, and then all of those blogs internal link to that main keyword, that main page that you want to rank. So if you're wanting to do like roof replacement, then all of that, you only got 15 pages are all signaling to Google, hey, I want to rank for roof replacement. So whenever someone searches for roof replacement in your city, your page is ranking in that first position. You get that click. They rather call you or they fill out your form or whatever your sales process is, and then you close them. Then they also have a category page, which are being indexed as well that they need to fix up. There are 18 pages on this roofing company's website have no meta description. Also, they're doing an FAQ. What is going... No, it redirects me. That's interesting. I wouldn't have done that. So let's go to their FAQs. What is going on in this site? I'm so confused in so many different ways. Yeah, so that concludes this full SEO audit for this roofing company based out of Pensacola, Florida.